Good evening, everybody. I'm Martin,
And I'm Robert.
and we're just going to give you a quick summary of how the inquiry went today, what was discussed, etc., etc. So, Robert, what was the thing that was discussed first thing in the morning?
Well, this morning we dealt with landscape, but before we talk about that, let's just wind the clock back 24 hours because we stood here last night and said how well Adam and Catherine had done with the ecology session yesterday morning, but we probably didn't do justice really to what they managed to achieve. The thing that I remember is seeing both of them absolutely wrung out, to be honest, really exhausted after their morning session. And that was simply because they really put absolutely everything they could into it. And I don't think that we really did justice to them last night when we were giving our summary of what happened yesterday. So I don't want to let that pass.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. I completely concur with that. Having been out into the meadow and woods with Adam as well, how much effort is put into collating all the data, which I think is, well, Paul says that's the best data he's ever had from any group on wildlife. So I think we can't underestimate how important this ecology witnesses and all the evidence they've given is going to be to the whole thing.
Okay, so today we started off with the Buccleuch landscape expert, and she was cross-examined this morning both by the council's counsel and by our counsel, Paul. And to be honest, she stood up pretty well to the questions that were put to her. Paul did his level best to persuade her that the field or the meadow is actually in the countryside. It's a rural, unspoilt, undeveloped area. But she stuck to her guns in saying that she sees it as what she calls a peri-urban area, which, to be fair, means on the side of a town. But anyway, she wasn't prepared to see it the way we see it. But after that, we moved to what did we do then, Martin? Can you remember?
Well, yeah, this afternoon we moved over to discussing more planning issues where the council's planning witnesses came forth. The first chat probably wasn't too helpful. The second one was more robust in his argument that the warehouses that have been planned are not small scale, and really the whole of the rest of the discussion was really the barrister trying to prove that these are small scale as per the council's plans.
Yes, I think, to be honest, after something like 3 hours of discussion about what was meant by smaller or small scale, I think we were all slightly dazed. I think it's fair to say that their barrister, that's the Buccleuch barrister, did a pretty good job. He's certainly well prepared. But the fact, in fairness to the council's second witness that Martin mentioned, he didn't give much away, although some of the points were somewhat loaded against him. But he was still there at the end, as they say, and tomorrow the cross-examination process by Buccleuch's barrister of this pretty key witness will be continuing. But today we didn't have any witnesses coming forward, and actually Paul Stinchcombe, our barrister, had relatively little to do apart from the cross-examination of their landscape expert this morning.
Yes, that's a fair summary. So tomorrow we're back on to the same topic, which will be very exciting. So we had an announcement as well that apparently our MP Philip Hollobone has requested to attend the inquiry and give his views. and the inspectors invited him to come on Tuesday morning, so hopefully that will be acceptable to him.
Yes, it wasn't made entirely clear what our MP will be saying, but the implication is that he will be supporting us, or at least the council and us, but until he actually turns up and does his bit, we don't really know what he's going to say. But certainly it doesn't look as if he's coming along to support the Buccleuch side of the argument.
So don't forget, if you want to make your feelings known, it's 6:30 next Wednesday evening, or between 6:30 and 9. You can come along. If you can register with julie.randall@northants.gov.uk, that would be a good idea. And you can just let the inspector know how you feel about things.
We want as many people as possible to come along, because numbers is important, as well as the content of what you say, the passion that you put into it. So let's hope as many people as possible can come along on Wednesday evening.
So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.